Hey folks, it is October the 6th, and today we're going over the first half of chapter 13 of our book, and that has to do with the Golden Age of Athens, also called the Age of Pericles. And so this is going to be kind of like an interim between the Persian Wars and the Peloponnesian Wars, which we'll talk more about later. The terms we have on the board are Pericles, Parthenon, the Erechtheum, Phidias, and theater. So
Phidias and Ferg.
That could be where that name came from. Phidias, I would think. All right, hey, all right, folks. So to start off with the images I have for today. So Pericles, like I told you, he was a very famous orator, public speaker, and he was able to lead Athens to do what he wanted to because Athens was a democracy. Democracies are based on the vote. If you can convince people to vote the way you want to, you are in charge. Pericles could do this. Part of why he could do this is because of the expansion of democracy in Athens, but also he expanded it further by expanding what was called the assembly. He allowed lower class citizens to have more power in their government. And that's in the assembly, like you see here. And you could have hundreds, if not even thousands, of Athenian citizens be able to vote on laws, war, whether somebody can be put to death or exiled, so court trials as well. So this was all like a really powerful thing in this city-state. He led Athens to use its newfound wealth from the Delian League and from defeating the Persians to make a lot of buildings. Now, these are the ruins of the Parthenon. This is actually a painting. It's actually pretty. It almost looks like a photo. It looks real. Yeah, it's very photogenic. It's actually a painting of the ruins of the Parthenon. Now, back when it was put together, it had a roof. It had a giant ivory statue of Athena in it. These columns were painted. And in fact, it had little statues along the top of it that were painted as well. So it was actually a very colorful building. In fact, ancient Egyptians, a lot of their pyramids were actually painted. Like they weren't all just like ugly yellow rock paint.
Yeah, they were.
They paint?
The pyramids were mostly white and on top of them.
It depends. Some of them were actually, they think, were like red.
Yeah.
They made colored clothing back then.
So the Parthenon, like they said, like when they were talking about the different columns, they're basically kind of talking about the tops. So like if they were talking about, the Corinthian had like leaves on it, and the Ionic had swirls, and the Doric was simple. The Gothic Doric.
I thought there was one with
If I ever get a sheep, I'm gonna dye it pink.
Okay, so what?
I thought there was one with
Leaves? Yeah, like see here, Corinthian, this is supposed to be like leaves kind of curling a little bit. See the leaves here?
Yeah, I know. That's greasy.
And they're influenced from different parts of the world. I don't know which is which, but one's supposed to be influenced more by Egypt, one more by Mesopotamia, and so forth. I'm not an art historian guy, so I wouldn't really know, but they have the reasons why they chose one over the other. So they also had in this temple to Poseidon and Athena, you had the Erechtheum. If you remember, they had a myth that Athena and Poseidon had like a competition to see who the city would be named after. And so this temple, I think, is put up in remembrance
She gave
of that.
them olives,
And
and he gave them a saltwater spoon.
Like, oh, gee, thanks for salt water.
Like,
So-
we don't have enough of that.
So, yeah, I think these are supposed to be nymphs, but they made them into columns. So that's a pretty cool idea, better than just straight marble.
Why took forever?
Um,
Hey, I had that photo.
Here you have the Odeon. This is their theater. And this is actually made in a way to where the sound is carried very well up. So people from way down here, it's projected, right? That's why they make modern theaters in different shapes and stuff like that. It's for projection. And so you had like the background here, they could change if they needed to.
like choir room.
They wore masks with big giant expressions so people in the back could see if they were smiling or frowning. But yeah, like the Greeks are known as the inventors of plays. I mean, you can think it, which kind of be like pre-TV, right? Like they had tragedies, which had a sad ending, comedies that had a happy ending. They were always very popular. Like the Greeks, like they said, like if it was a comedy, they would like really, really be happy. If it was a tragedy, you'd have people cry so hard in the stands. They'd have snot bubbles and stuff. They were really into it. Yeah.
Did they have to pay for that one in some sort of way?
Well, yeah, like the tax. Well, I mean, the city paid to build it, but citizens got to go for free, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so the citizens got to go for free. It was seen as one of those things about being a good thing about being an Athenian. But one thing you got to realize is like a lot of people in Athens weren't considered citizens. A lot of them were foreigners who were there for trade or work. A lot of them were slaves, and so not all of them got the same rights as the Athenian citizens. This next time. So yeah, like Pericles, like he really wanted to build up
Can we do
Athens.
the theater thing first? Because that's probably the easiest.
Sure, if you want to. Hey, what was the name of the theater they rebuilt?
I have no clue. You want me to search it up?
It's in bold. It's in your reading.
The Corinthian. No.
Odeon?
No, those are the typos.
Pillars.
Yeah, Odeon,
Yeah.
their theater.
Theatre.
Now, was it built or was it
Yeah, it was built.
Okay. Yeah, so it was built for plays.
It was built
Door.
in Greece.
What kind of plays did they have?
Just right now, there's someone at the door.
Oh, hey,
Is that brown?
You can't come in.
did anybody bother to check see what was for lunch today?
It
No.
was chicken patties.
Chicken patties.
Oh,
So,
I thought it said tomorrow lunch.
Hey, lunch.
who wants chicken patties? And
All lunch.
are you all the same lunch today?
We all ate lunch.
You're all ate lunch?
Yep.
All right, so if you want chicken patty, raise your hand up high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, ma'am. 6.
That's great.
Hey, when I say hi, folks, you can't just like lift your fingers up. Just lift off your desk and be like, hey, thank you. All right, so
Comedies, tragedies, and robbers.
yeah,
All
comedies
the above.
and tragedies. We're going to talk a little bit more about these later, because the thing is about Greek theater, it's not really important to like Americans today. Like I've only watched a handful of plays. I'm not really into it. But I mean, to Greeks, this was everything. This was like their community came together. Had people study Greek plays to learn about their culture and even a lot of things that have to do with their philosophy that they didn't write down and probably thought of everything, right? So it was a place of peace. They're going to spread this through other parts of the world, all the way to Rome, even to India. Like it's going to go all over the place. And it's going to put up very, very low, even India. So, well, yeah, we'll talk more about its impact later. So that Pericles is doing this, and it's open to the public, and the public are people who are his power base, his political power base. And your book's correct to say the guy was a patriot. So,
Let's do the,
all right, what's the Hurricane?
um,
You don't remember, but you want to do it.
but it's better to do it different.
It's better to do it.
Yeah, I know it. But all the way down every day.
All right, well, do it. All right, we'll do Pericles. So, tell me what I'm saying. Tell me about Pericles.
He was very popular among the
Yeah,
Very well.
popular,
I don't know.
Athenian, rhetorician. I'm gonna spell rhetorician.
No, but
Funny as I'm just saying. So popular Athenian rhetorician. So, what was his job? He was a speaker, yeah, rhetorician. That's essentially a public speaker, so you're trying to convince people to do what you want in a group. So he was, we'll call him a statesman, so a strong politician. And what did he want? He had two major things that they said he wanted to do for Athens. What were those two major things? If you remember? Yeah, but so the government, but he was thinking about like a threat to the government. What was the threat? And he wanted to grow it too. So he wanted Athens to be two things. Okay, yeah, so I wanted Athens to be a great city. Yeah, okay, yeah, you both, military power and, we're gonna say culture, right? So we're gonna see why culture. So culture could go with beauty, or we're talking about like things like the buildings, and we're gonna see, and of course, culture here, like here, and we're also gonna see, later on when it comes to, Homer and, philosophy and things like that are gonna flourish. So, but, so yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a really big time for them, so. So, moving on from there, we will talk more about Pericles more. Well, tell me about Vegas, what was he? What was
He was
he?
a triangle-shaped little kid.
Triangle-shaped little kid, okay. Yeah, but what about this one? He was well known as being
A smart kid who built little girls in the backyard.
yeah, so he was a sculptor and an artist, right?
Did he have a sister named Candace?
I don't think so. Famous sculptor.
I don't think.
I like watching the theaters that they have on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you should, that guy.
So you said the Parthenon?
He has like anxiety issues. He's tell me what I did wrong.
No, he is a perfectionist. So did y'all say he helped out with the Parthenon? I didn't remember that part.
It was I think, it was like this big area dedicated to it inside. It was like a big statue of Venus, yeah.
Oh, so he built that, yeah. And it was supposed to be very lifelike, they said.
The statue of Zeus from of Olympia.
Yeah.
Zeus.
And many other great works.
Just in war because I'm lazy.
So yeah, so like they hired the best, they brought in the best, they had wealth from Persia, they had wealth from other Greek states that they had kind of stolen. In a
Kind of
literal way.
We did
Kind of
Parthenon next.
literally stolen.
So really, they just stole
We did Parthenon next.
Yeah, we did Parthenon next. What was Parthenon?
It was a building or a temple.
Yeah.
Made of appears like marble.
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 Temple,
It was
Marble.
It was marble. Thank you.
Marble.
I'm not
Athens.
sorry with you anymore.
And it's one of the great wonders of the world.
Temple in Athens? Oh, Temple.
Yeah.
Like a farmer. Right, so you get to know.
What was that thing it was saying about it was
Yeah, it
built?
was built in marble.
So what was that thing it was saying it was built at a curvature, right? What was
Yeah, it was like the pillars I think were made like more of a instead of like a straight up and down, it's more of
Yeah, and there was a reason for that. It's supposed to create an optical illusion, I think.
Living tone.
I'm not sure if it was supposed to seem straighter, even when you step back, but there was a reason for it.
You can't see it there.
Yeah, it's like here you can see it on like, say this column, right? It's like wider here and it's like smaller on top. But they had a reason for doing that.
I think it's just really taller, because like when you're on the bottom, like if you're down below it and you're looking up, it will look even smaller. So it will look even further.
I see. See. Covered in
From the garments.
But comment as a marble.
murals. Comment.
The comment as a marble.
I thought it was the golden like garments and stuff.
Covered in murals. No, the statue of Athena will be. See, you had a ivory / gold, and this is like a giant statue.
That's like real.
Yes. Athena. Right.
I just said that says that the reason it did that, there were the columns. It says, so it's still up here that the whole building has been created.
Okay, so it's just a little strong.
Because it's hard. So,
Like,
Basically,
so great.
it's basically the column
Okay.
sticker. It's usually the same thinness.
I'll go with that. I would see it.
I still like
That'll
that.
be.
I still like the tone.
Alright, so what was the Erectium?
I didn't know.
Wait, I've got a book.
Where he's an area,
Sacred Athena and Poseidon.
I know it was to commemorate that.
It
Yeah.
down to sacred olive tree and salt.
Oh, okay, okay. So, yeah, alright, then. So, the example to Poseidon and Athena.
just focus on roll.
Alright, how was that?
I think it's big, yeah.
Oh no, when I saw Poseidon, I just guessed. Just ego.
There.
The
Oh, yeah. E-O-N. How many vowels is that? Alright, there. Alright, so, took a look at Poseidon and Athena.
I didn't want to write that.
That looks like you put EGH.
Forget it. See,
It's completely override. I don't.
Ruth held,
Go back to it. Go back to
by statue. Maidens. Well, I think or nymphs. I forgot. You're kind of like,
Put a comment, maybe they're muses.
ow, you're there.
Maybe they're muses.
Well, there's like, what, 3 muses, right?
No, there's 9.
Are we done now?
It's like,
And they're like all like, they're like Athenes. They're what's her faces? Aphrodite's that cross. They tell stories. They're not stories.
yeah,
One of them
that's
is
inspired.
astrology, one's like tragedy, one's comedy, one's like history, mythology. They're all like this random stuff.
Okay, yeah. So, there's just 3. Why do you ask? Oh, okay. It was. Okay, wait, hold up. All right, folks, that's going to end our lecture for today. We're going to come back and talk about the second half of the chapter tomorrow. See you later. I think I'll sweat, so.